Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I have something new here that I want to talk about. This big chunk of a lens is the Canon RF 135mm f1.8. Now, the EF version of this I had for over 20 years, one of my favorite lenses I've ever used. So I was really looking forward to getting this. I've had a chance to take it out, try it out. It's a wonderful lens. I'm not even going to talk in this video about image quality, sharpness, it's the build, everything about this is a wonderful, wonderful lens. And I'll go into that stuff a little bit here, but I really just want to focus on why 1.8 instead of 2.0. Does it really make a difference? If you've got a 2.0 lens, do you really need this to get the extra third of a stop of aperture and speed? That's what I wanted to check out. So I took some test images. We'll jump into the computer here and I'll have some other commentary on sharpness and things like that as we go along. So let's jump into the computer and take a quick look at these samples.
Okay, so these are raw files, completely unedited. This is shot at 1.8. I'm going to take a quick look right there, 2.0, 1.8, 2.0. You can see a very slight difference in the out of focus areas, 2.0, 1.8, 2.0. Now, just as a reminder, why we're shooting a prime lens in the first place, why we're shooting at 2.0. This next shot is 2.8. Now this is your typical zoom, 24 to 70 f2.8 all around zoom lens. That's the kind of out of focus area, depth of field that you're getting with a lens like that. That's 2.8, jump back to 2.0. You can see what a difference it makes just right there. 2.8, this is 4.0, 4.0, this is maybe the long end of like a 24 to 105 zoom, is 4.0, and you can just see quickly how much of a difference it makes when you drop down to 2.8, which is your typical zoom, and then 2.0 makes a really big difference. You're going to get images that look different than most of what's being done with other photographers. But at 1.8 now, here's 1.8, does that make enough of a difference? Well, I'll leave that to you. I really love the shallow depth of field shots. I really love wide open prime lenses. So even just that little bit of difference there to me looks good. And we'll have a couple of other examples here. Let's just take a zoom in here on the sharpness. So my focus is right here. This is at 1.8, is nice and sharp. Let's jump to 2.0 and you're going to see a noticeable difference in sharpness between 1.8 here and 2.0 here. Now, this is zoomed in at 200%. So it probably doesn't make enough of a difference unless you're looking at it at 200% on a computer screen like this. If you want to take a look at these two side by side, 1.8 on the left, 2.0 on the right, not much of a difference, but a difference. Let's take a look at another shot here with some highlights in the background. This is at 1.8. This next one here is 2.0. A little bit of a difference. There's some bushes in the background there that are being blurred out. So you're definitely getting a little bit more of a blur on the 1.8 here compared to the 2.0 here. Let's zoom in all the way again to see the difference in the sharpness. Here's at 1.8. Here's at 2.0. Again, a little bit of a difference. 1.8, 2.0, just a little bit sharper. Again, overall, this looks really nice. We'll look at them side by side. 1.8 on the left, 2.0 on the right. They look fairly similar, but you can see you're getting a little bit better background blur on the 1.8, just a little bit. Now, just for comparison purposes, let's look at a 1.8 compared to a 5.6, and you can see that's what you're using the 1.8 for, the wide open aperture, is to get rid of that distracting background. There's some bushes back there, there's the highlight lighting up the screen, and you're eliminating really all of that stuff with the nice creamy bokeh on the 1.8. Looking at just some pure out of focus bokeh here. This is at 1.8, this is at 2.0. A very small difference, but again, maybe enough to make a difference for you. 1.8, 2.0. So excellent results definitely at 1.8. The only trade-off is a little bit of sharpness in the middle there that we saw. So you're getting on 1.8, you're getting a little bit shallower depth of field, a little bit nicer, smoother bokeh, just a little bit, but you're also losing a little bit of sharpness. So if your objective is, blazing sharpness, then shoot this at 2.0. You're not really losing anything by going to 1.8. Shoot it at 2.0, you're going to get amazing sharpness. 1.8 is very good also. But if you want to have something a little bit different than what other people are doing and you want to take it a little bit further, shooting wide open with this at 1.8 it gives you really nice results. That's the way I'm going to be using it. You're getting a little bit of, if you shoot at 1.8, you're getting a little bit of a faster shutter speed. So if your shutter speed at 2.0 is 1/30th, you're getting an extra third of a stop, so you'll be shooting at like 1/40th. Probably not going to make a difference in what you're shooting. But yeah, this lens has been really good for me. It's definitely a step up. If you're using the EF lenses with an adapter on the Canon R5 or any Canon R series cameras, you're going to definitely see better performance and function and quality with the RF lens. The comparisons. The 50mm 1.2 is better than the 50mm 1.4 EF. This 135 to 1.8 I'm finding is better than the 135 f2, and I loved that lens. So that's saying a lot, but I'm having no problems. I'm getting amazing autofocus, amazing tracking. My little doggy, he was running around, and almost every shot with the eye detect autofocus was perfectly in focus. So very happy with that. Very happy with the sharpness, even corner to corner, wide open at 1.8. You can see very nice and sharp up here in the corners. Just a really beautiful lens, beautiful images, amazing bokeh, background blur. So if you're coming over from the EF system, you still have the old EF 135 lens, and you're thinking about this lens, don't hesitate. I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, even if you want to shoot this at 2.0 and not even utilize that extra third of a stop, it's still definitely well worth it to me. So that's the Canon RF 135 f 1.8 lens. Check it out in the description below on Amazon. Let us know if you have any questions or comments or anything. Put them down below. We love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.